Oh my goodness, guys, it's me again. I know you're like, what the heck, Rikki, you've been gone so long. And I know I've been missing you guys just as much as you've been missing me. But I'm very excited for this new year. I was looking back over my older videos and I made a vlog like at the end of last year. Like I celebrated Christmas with my friends. I did my shoot for That Girl Radio, and it's just crazy how much has happened in a year. Happy New Year! Oh my god, guys, it is officially January 1st of 2023 and it is the kickoff of JanYOUary. Guys, I'm so excited because every single day I'm going to be dropping a little mini vlog showcasing to you guys something that I'm doing to better myself for the new year. But I'm 20 years old, navigating my 20s, and I'm freshly in a new apartment. I moved here like 6 months ago. There's just a lot that's changed in the past 6 months of my life. I reached 20,000 followers on Instagram like overnight. It was crazy. And a lot of my platforms are just like growing kind of crazily, and so I'm trying to manage that alongside being an entrepreneur, alongside being a student, and so it's a little overwhelming. And so that's why I'm taking the entire month of January to set myself up for success, to have a winning 2023, and I want to share that experience with you guys. You guys asked me all last month if I was doing Vlogmas, and I said no, because as a college student, as you guys know, December is like the worst time of the year because finals are coming. And so I have the next 8 days until the semester starts again, January 9th, to get my things in order and really provide some structure to my day-to-day life so that I can win and have a successful year. I think most of 2023 I was very reactive, and this year I'm trying to be proactive and making sure that things are in order so that I don't have to use more time, resources, emotions, and anything else that I don't have the capacity already for to pick up the pieces when things start to fall apart. And so this is my year of proactivity. 3 components to this entire journey this month are going to be available on my website, therikkilee.com. If you guys want to join along with me, I will be using my That Life Planner as well as my That Life Financial Planner, and I will be using my Be Mindful journal. These are all That Life planning products. That is my company, that is my business. I'm very excited to share these items with you guys so you can, get your things in order. All of the items are available in the description box, so make sure to go click on them. As we all know, it only takes 21 days to make something a habit. And so I'm going to be doing the next 21 days, sharing that with you guys, showing you all the things that I'm doing to get myself together for the new year. There's much to be done. I have a lot of really big goals for this year, specifically with my content creating career and being like a media personality. Did not go out. I went over a friend's house. The countdown, as you guys know, I'm an Ohio State student and we lost. That kicker, to whoever that kicker is, that man, I don't know him, but like, wow. Really? Okay. I'm on my period. My period actually started yesterday on New Year's Eve, which is not the greatest. I wasn't expecting that to happen to me, but it did. But I'm going to show you guys some of the stuff that I did yesterday in preparation for the new year, and that was cleaning my apartment and getting things in order. I am a firm believer that your space is a direct reflection of your mind, and to be quite honest with you guys, I was a mess when I came back home from holiday break just because I was with family. I really wanted to focus on that, and as soon as I got back home, I knew I had to dive right into the launch of not only That Girl Radio, but also my That Life Planning business. And so I was under a lot of pressure, but I made a rule for myself that I can't go beyond 48 hours without unpacking my luggage. And so this is me unpacking all of my luggage that I took back home to Cincinnati. I took quite a lot of stuff, and you guys are going to see as I'm taking out all of these items from my bag. I had like 12 pairs of underwear. I was not staying that long. I don't know if anyone else has that problem, but I get like so anxious about going somewhere and not having enough undergarments, so I end up always like packing nearly my entire underwear drawer when I go out of town. But this is just very helpful for me going into the new year, knowing that I have a clean space so I can have a clear mind, because I don't know about y'all, but like I get anxiety when my space is cluttered. So it's just really important that I get everything all tidy and ready for the new year. Also, shout out to my mom for this beautiful yellow luggage set. Like, I absolutely love the color yellow. If you guys didn't know, that is my favorite color. And this luggage is nearly half the size of me. I'm 4'11" for those of you who are new here. I'm very tiny. But I did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ever see me fighting in the forest with a grizzly bear, help the bear. He gonna need some help, because the way I manhandled that big old suitcase and put it up there, yeah, heavy on the independent. But if anyone wants to come save me, please come save me. And you guys can always send me to your gentleman-like cousins, if they are men of God and they can carry heavy things and they don't believe in going 50-50.
Already fed the pole, too scared to go. Hey, 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 hey.
Little baby woman now, so the body is busting. This dress looks good as I'm in.
Big body range rover, not running. I'm in my bed, I'm in my trophy. Trip on the product, shoes just set. Like hands and soul, get the meat, let it drag on the floor. It's the nine in the bed that I told. Working hard, we ain't having no hope. And a man, with no advance. Give my nigga a chance. Try to see what he gon' do. He done ran up them bands. I done got me some bands.
I unloaded my dishwasher last night from before I went on vacation, or went home for the holidays, I should say. And so now I am about to get my kitchen together because my cousin is coming in town to see me. To light my candle. Well, first off, I need to like break this because it's a little too long. We're gonna break that. Just throw it in the sink. But I'm just gonna light my candle with my electric candle lighter. Like, I just feel so cool with this because, y'all, I used to struggle. I have these plugins. I'm gonna plug it back in. I was like charging my stuff last night, so that was unplugged. But I have quite a few dishes that I need to wash, and I was like cleaning this out because all of these dishes got washed. I ain't got a clue, bro.
I said 5 in the morning. I wake up to 5 on my earnings. Yeah, in my mind is a warning. Pray to the one you're relying. I've been wandering all day. Tried to be fine, but I can't be. The noise in my mind wouldn't leave me. Tried to get by, but I'm burning. I'm behind, my mind is running. All this stuff that's troubling me. Starting to give up my pain. Starting to be on my lane. My mind running to the other side. When it's time to leave my life. Then it tries to take me out. Tell you what I need. Right, yeah, I really need China. I need to free my mind. I really need my love. I need to free my mind now. I really need China. I need to free my love. I really need my love, oh, yeah. If it wasn't for the money, cars, the movie star, you and all these things I've got, I wonder.
Okay, I've finished washing all my dishes, so now I'm going to prep my chicken for the week. I don't have much, it's just 3 pieces, and I'm probably going to end up eating all of this weekend just because my cousin is also going to be staying with me, but at least I'm preparing a meal, you know, going into the new year with good habits of, we got food at home. Got these chicken thighs from Trader Joe's. We have to clean these, of course. I'm going to sit them in some vinegar. I love my chicken to have like a vinegar taste. My mom always made it like that growing up, so that's what I like to do. And I also clean my chicken by like shaving the skin. I say shaving the skin, I'm not actually shaving the skin, but I'm like running my hands over it. I'm like skimming it with the knife and getting all that yellow gunk off. And that's just how I always saw my aunt do it. Everyone has their tactics, but at least you know you're like getting any feathers off, especially if you're cooking like wings. You can get feathers off that way. You just literally scrape the skin. I think the next thing that I'll invest in this year is an electric temperature taker for like food, so that I can like cook the perfect chicken, because chicken is one of those things that can go wrong really fast if you don't know what you're doing, and it can be like very tough. It can be very tough, but if you cook it long enough and you're patient, it can be very, very delicious and like falling off the bone. The last time I made this chicken, this baked garlic and herb chicken, it was so tender, guys. It was literally falling off of the bone. And I had just put it in the oven, and I had like marinated it, not even for a full night. Like I just marinated it for a couple of hours. Then you're gonna need some Italian dressing, guys, and vinegar. But first we're gonna soak the chicken in vinegar. I know that might seem like a lot, but you need it to soak. I'm just gonna let that sit for a couple of hours while I work on my computer and get things together. And I'm actually gonna take some Tylenol because I started my period today. And studies have shown that like our periods are the equivalent to a mild heart attack. My last period, guys, I made a video of me crying. Like I was in so much pain. I was debilitated. Like it was insanity. So yeah, 10 out of 10, don't recommend. I'm going to the OB. I planned an appointment. This is also part of adulting and January. I planned my doctor's appointment, so I'm going to the OB on, I think, the 9th, so they can check me out, do some blood testing, check everything, and see like if everything's okay, because hopefully everything's okay. Like, I just feel like I'm restless. I'm not getting any sleep throughout the night. I watched a TikTok, and this woman was saying like when your hormone levels are off, you can't sleep. I feel like I have insomnia. Like, I feel like it's really bad. And I think it's also because of my health. So if I lose weight, if I really start focusing on the things that I'm eating, fueling my body, like I probably won't feel like this as much anymore, you know? So we'll see. But I'm very, very, very excited to see how I feel at the end of this month after being very intentional and making all these good habits and fueling myself with good foods, being intentional and doing all the things that I really need to do just to survive, essentially. So I'm gonna work on this computer work for a little bit, and then I'll come back and finish making the chicken. If you got, let me see you wave your hands when the I was watching that TikTok on my For You page, and my mom actually grew up in the church singing, and she was a high soprano. Fun fact, in elementary school, well, really like pre-middle school, I went to a performing arts school from 4th through 6th grade, and I was in choir, and I was in alto, and then I moved to second soprano. And second soprano is actually kind of like a hard range because you're singing between the sopranos and the altos, and sometimes the melodies and the harmonies can be very complex. And I was in the upper children's choir, so there was like the junior choir, and then there was like children's choir, which was, you know, the upper one. And I could sing, I could hold a tune, I could read music. I took a music theory class and all that kind of stuff. And I knew how to read music enough to be able to play like separate keys on the piano, but I never knew how to play the piano. And so I've never sang like really, really high notes before. So that was kind of funny to me because I was just like listening to the TikTok and I'm like, let me see if I can sing this. And guys, I just surprised myself. I don't really enjoy singing. I enjoy it for the fun, but as far as like performing for people and doing all of that, like that is not my thing.
hands on my knee, flawless begin.
The meat has been sitting inside of this vinegar for quite some time now. And mind you, it's okay to still have vinegar in here because we're gonna cook it inside of a baking dish with the vinegar so it can have like a little twang to it. So basically what we're gonna start off by doing is coating the chicken with a light layer of its zesty Italian dressing. This gives it a nice flavor. Like, you know how sauces alone kind of don't taste like much? When you like cook it with something, it starts to have like a little bit of flavor. That's why we're using the Italian dressing. We're just doing like, I don't do measurements, I just do just enough, but I'm going to show you guys really quickly. I think I want to get some nice glass containers, but I just did like a nice little layer, right? We're going to take, I think the next thing that I invest in will definitely be like one of those little brushes, but I'm just going to like move that around on top of the chicken. Bring you guys down here, bring you down to earth. You're absolutely not getting tickets for that show. I used to love Schitt's Creek. I think I'm going to start rewatching that because it was just so good. Shows like Schitt's Creek and like stuff like that really makes my day. Like The Good Place, like all of those type of shows are really cute to me, as well as Grace and Frankie. Like they're kind of like those shows that are like you don't have to think too much while you're watching them, and that's why I love it. It's kind of like watching Dora as a kid. Like you watch it, it's a little bit, I mean, Dora was kind of educational, but I hated Dora because she was like low-key dumb. Yeah, she didn't have logic. However, I do really enjoy watching those kind of shows because it's just nice. We are a little heavy-handed with the seasoning. Sorry if that offends anyone, but I just like to season a lot. And I've shown you guys all the seasonings that I'm using. Using a little bit of black pepper. Not a little bit, actually a lot. Because I like my stuff very peppery. I love cracked pepper chips more than just like salt chips. Like salt, regular salt, like Lay's chips. And then I always like to go in with a little bit of paprika for color. It just gives the chicken like a cuter look. I don't know how to explain that, but like that's what it does. I like to put slap your mama on my chicken. My baked chicken recipe is not original. This is low-key like my mom's recipe. And so if I was to ever make a recipe book, I would have to give my mom like 70% of the credit because everything that I make or cook is inspired by the things that she made growing up that were oh so delicious. I think my mom is like the best chef, even though she's not a chef. She's just a mom. I feel like moms are just chefs in their own right. Their clients are just their kids. Their clients are their kids. They know all their dietary restrictions. They know all the perfect ways to cook this type of meat and that type of meat. So this is what the chicken now looks like. I know she looks kind of dark and stark, but that's how you want it. I'm going to allow it to sit in all of this for quite some time. The marinade for the chicken, the garlic and herb chicken, and then I make like a garlic butter sauce to put on top once I finished baking everything. And you just like baste it every 20 or so minutes, like basting meaning we're taking the buttery sauce concoction that's at the bottom of the pan, because I do put little slices of butter on each piece of chicken just so it melts over and keeps the skin hydrated, so it's not like gross. It's me again. I just wanted to share with you guys that make sure you are subscribed to my channel and you have my notification bell turned on so that you are notified whenever I make my new posts for the day of this JanYOUary series. If you are not already tuned into my podcast, make sure to go check that out because today the first episode is dropping at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So the girlies can listen in as I discuss showing up as her, because I have a lot of like really great rants and things that I talk about on here, and some of that is going to transpire on the podcast. We're going to talk deeply about womanhood and just, you know, like really the 360 development of women. Like I watch the Nice and Neat podcast, and that's their tagline, and it's the 360 development of men. And I really think that this podcast is about the 360 development of women. Like it's about showing up, being that girl in whatever industry you're in, and showing up and being that girl every single day in your life. Like it's not a matter of looking like an aesthetic or doing anything of the sort. It's really a mindset. If you or any of your friends are looking to join along on my JanYOUary challenge, make sure to go to my website, therikkilee.com, to get your That Life planner as well as a That Life financial planner.